Hey everyone, welcome back to the third video here. My name is Devin Adams. I'm a Fortinet instructor in Tempe, Arizona, and I've been recording this SD-WAN demo for you, John Ray. So I hope you, John Ray, sorry. I hope you see this, bud. But in the last video, we made this pseudo WAN cloud, and I just say pseudo because it's supposed to represent, different internet connections. It's just a router. It's a router doing open WRT. So, but we went far enough to make it a permanent drag and drop configured router here with several interfaces. So if you ever need it in the future, I mean, there you go. Just make sure you remember to stick your NAT cloud into the Ethernet 1 port that's set up for DHCP. And yeah, you should be good to go. So that last video was way too long. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyways, but for this video, we are going to go ahead and set up just a basic SD-WAN interface on the FortiGate 6.0, okay? And then we're going to do the default link load balancer algorithm at the bottom to be a source destination so we can see it distributing traffic across all the links. And we'll leave it there. Now, I'll probably not get around to the next ones till tomorrow, but we eventually are going to make some rules. We're going to do some SLA health checks, and then per requested, we're going to throw in a branch office, maybe a site-to-site connection. We'll roll with it, all right? But our whole goal here is to keep it as resource less intensive as possible. So all right, so let's go ahead and do it. So we have our FortiGate up, and I'm going to hover over this, and as you can see, we still have ports 2, 3, and 4 empty. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just start connecting them. Here we go. So there's 3 to 2, and then there's 4 to 3, and then there is 5 to 4. All right. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. So now we have to go into the FortiGate's GUI. All right. And we are going to define the IP addresses. Now in real life, we'd order the circuits from different internet service providers, right? They get delivered. We'd get static IP addresses. I guess we could use dynamic ones if we wanted to, but anyways. So we have to at least set up the IP addresses. So let's do that. So we're gonna go to network here. All right, interfaces. And I literally just changed the third octet, increasing it by 1 going down. So we'll just do that. Okay, so this one will be WAN 2. I know, not very creative, but whatever. So 10, 200, 3.1, okay, /24. Ping. And then we'll go to port 3. We'll call this WAN 3, 34, 3. And it'll be a 10.200.4.1. All right, /13. 24. SuperNet. All right, there we go. And last but not least, we'll do our WAN interface. What am I doing? Come on. All right, here we go. All right, so 10, 200, 5.1 with the /24 with a little ping access. And we'll call this WAN 4. Sorry for my bubonic son in the background coughing. Anyways. All right, so there we go. There we go. Let's just pretend like these are public IP addresses, okay? And obviously they wouldn't be a /24. They would be something like a /30 point to point, but we're just going to roll with it, okay? Now we're going to add these 3 into the SD-WAN interface, and we're going to have to do a little bit more work to get the port 1 working, but that's okay. Because really, you can't add them to the logical SD-WAN interface until they have a little 0 next to them, all right? And this is where they've been used on the firewall, all right? But we're going to go to SD-WAN, we're going to flip on the feature, and now we're going to start adding the members and the opposite side of those connections. So WAN 2 belongs to 10.200, 10.3.254. So that's who we're passing off the traffic to. All right. WAN 3 is going to be 10.200.4.254. And then WAN 4 is going to be 10.200.5.254. All right. We hit apply. Okay, now I didn't even test to see if those were even working. That was kind of ding-dong-ish of me. So I'm gonna open up the console window here and I'm just gonna do an execute ping. 200 for 5, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to make sure I could get to the other side of those interfaces. So, and it looks like our little open WRT is doing the job. All right, so that's good there, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and hit apply, but nothing is happening yet, okay? There's a few more things that we got to do. The first thing we got to do also is we're going to go to our policies and objects, okay? We're going to take this IP4 policy, right? And just for the sake of, you know, time, I guess, I'm just going to copy it and I'm just going to paste it. I know, I'm lazy, whatever. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to call it SD-WAN. So here we go, SD-WAN. All right. And instead of our WAN port, I'm going to say SD-WAN. Then I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. I'm going to enable it so it can pass traffic. And then I'm going to delete that internet policy on top. All right. Because remember, the interfaces cannot be in use if we're going to add it to the SD-WAN. Okay. So then we're going to go to our system. We are going to go to our static. No, we're not. Our network. We're going to go to our static routes. Okay. And then we are going to change the quad 0 to our SD-WAN. There it is. Yeah. Guess what? That's it. It should be working. So, I mean, can we get out? Look at that. We're out to Google. Hello, Google.com, whatever. All right, whatever. Hey, good times. Okay, so I mean, there we go. It's working. And remember, guys, the SD-WAN is many things. It's not a standard yet, but at the very basic level, it's an abstraction layer. In other words, we can just throw circuits at this bloody thing, right? And it will just start working. Okay. In fact, because of that port 1 is now not in use, guess what we can go ahead and add in there now? Yeah, our port 1. And that's the thing. You can just throw circuits at it. You can just throw cheap bandwidth, all you want at it, right? And the beauty about it is that, you know, you're going to let the FortiGate do all the work of directing the traffic, failing over the traffic. In a later video, we're going to kill connections. You're going to see everything's going to still start flowing. All right. The very last thing I want to do before ending this video, though, is to go to the SD-WAN rules. And there's a very basic one at the bottom, which says, hey, when all else is equal, how do you want to distribute the traffic? So by default, it's source IP address. Okay. Well, unfortunately, we only have to keep our resources small here. We only have one machine. So we're going to actually do a source destination. So this way we can at least keep an eye out on the traffic distributing without having to have different source IP addresses to pick a different path. So we'll go more into it a little bit later tomorrow, but let's just verify that it's actually load balancing. So I'm going to go to FortiView, all right? And there is an all sessions table, and this all session table shows our active connections. And as you can see here, our destination interface is port 2. But let's go ahead and go somewhere else like MSN. All right. And then we'll hit the refresh. See how it's now port 1, port 3, port 4, port 3, port 2, port 1. By the way, guys, man, MSN, let me tell you, that has so many connections to it. So all the DNS requests, check that out. But is it distributing the traffic? It sure is. But to our end users, all they see is the internet, right? And it didn't matter if we killed one of these connections. I mean, sure. I'll delete 2 of them just to kind of show you, right? And I mean, would our end users even know that 2 circuits were down? Probably not. So now if we did a health check too, that's what's going to come next. It'll probably be quicker to stop using certain interfaces. All right. So, but you got to admit, guys, that is darn cool. Okay. So when I record more videos, all right, we are going to, and I'll put those back, by the way. Port 3 will go to port 4. And then port 1 will go to port 2. I can't screw that up. I probably shouldn't have killed those so quickly. Anyways. But yeah, so, and we'll just have different ways of testing it when we go further into our videos. I'm just making sure I didn't screw up connecting those back together. So there you goes, guys. There's a basic example of us setting up an SD-WAN interface and also for us to get traffic to be distributed. Okay, good. It is all working. And in our next video, we're going to go ahead and add a little bit more functionality to this. We're going to add the net term boxes so we can control the quality of the connections, and then we'll write some basic rules to see that the best paths were picked. So anyways, all right, guys, I'm going to end it there, and I'll see you guys next time.